Hey, what up, guys? So I'm coming to you this morning with the... I've been dropping the ball on the fighters of the month. At the end of each month, I should be giving you guys a fighter of the month, basically breaking down a top 5. I'm going to hit the month of November, but I've missed the months from July through October. So instead of giving you the top 5 from each month, I feel it's a little late. People probably don't care anymore. So I'm just going to give you the guy who I had as the fighter of the month based on their performance in that particular month. So the last time I did it was in June. We're going to go for the month of July now, and I'm going to go all the way July through October. So we'll start with the month of July. Fighter of the month that month was Manny Pacquiao, the newly crowned WBA super champion at welterweight. He got a hard-fought but deserving 12-round split decision over Keith One-Time Thurman, who was undefeated prior to that. It was a really good fight. Pacquiao was on Thurman early, even knocked him down. And then the second half of the fight, Thurman started to figure it out a little more and started he found his legs and it looked good in the second half of the fight. It was a good fight. In the second half, Thurman landed some really good shots. But I think Pacquiao, it's fair to give him 8 rounds to 4 in that one, 7 to 5 at the worst. I didn't feel like Thurman did enough to where one of the judges should have given him the fight, but the rightful winner got the nod. It was Pacquiao, and at 40 years old, to beat a good undefeated welterweight like Thurman is a big deal. And so nice big win right there for Pacquiao as he became a world champion at welterweight again. So now the month of August, I'm giving that one to Vasily Lomachenko, the unified lightweight champion of the world. He challenged to add a third belt. He had the WBA and WBO lightweight titles, and he challenged to add the WBC title, which was vacant, against Luke Campbell of the United Kingdom. Lomachenko came out. These are 2 top 5 guys going at it. Lomachenko came out, and early on Campbell was giving him a little bit of trouble, but Lomachenko figured him out and just pressed him. He pressed him, he put the pressure on, and outworked him, knocked him down, and got a convincing 12-round unanimous decision there. I thought the scores were a little wider than what I thought the fight was. I think Lomachenko probably won about 8-4, 9-3. I wouldn't have had a problem with, but a couple of the judges, I think they gave Lomachenko like 11 rounds in that fight. Campbell did better. He deserved better than that. But Lomachenko, in my opinion, the most talented fighter in boxing, but a good, strong performance there as he added 3 of the 4 belts. Of course, he ended up giving up the WBC title, becoming the franchise champion. I don't know why. But, that kind of, derails the whole point of the fight. But, either way, Lomachenko, nice win here, and over a game and top 5 contender like Luke Campbell. Next up is my fighter of the month in September, and that one goes to Errol Spence Jr., who, like Pacquiao, won his second award with that. Pacquiao won for January when he beat Adrian Broner, and then Keith Thurman in July. Well, Errol Spence won for beating Mikey Garcia in March, and this one in September was a much harder fight, but he is my September fighter of the month for his hard-fought 12-round split decision over Sean Porter to unify the IBF and WBC titles. Just a good performance right here by Spence. He really had to work hard. I thought he was going to blow out Porter more, but Porter just proved why he is so good and tough to beat. He came right at Porter. It was a good fight. Came right at Spence. I felt like Spence deserved the nod, but it really was a close fight. 7 rounds of 5, 8 rounds of 4 is fair. He got a knockdown for insurance late in the fight. And, just a hard-fought performance by Spence. Stayed undefeated and unified the 2 welterweight titles, which is a very big deal. So, nice win there. He's my September fighter of the month. Now, my October fighter of the month goes to Josh Taylor, the undefeated IBF and now the unified junior welterweight champion, which is 140 pounds. It was for his hard-fought 12-round majority decision over previously undefeated Regis Prograis to unify the IBF and WBA titles in the finals of the World Boxing Super Series at 140. This is the finals of an 8-man tournament. These guys came in last year, kind of, they hadn't done much. They both had solid wins to their resume, and they both held down the tournament. You know, winning their first 2 fights in dominant and convincing fashion. And then in the finals, they met, and Taylor deserved the nod here. He outboxed, outworked Prograis. Prograis had some good moments. That's why the fight was scored close. But Taylor got the nod. The finals of a tournament to determine the best, to unify belts. I mean, you just can't get any bigger than this. So I felt like Josh Taylor really deserved this one. He is my October Fighter of the Month, deservingly so. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, I'm going to stay on this when I release before I release my schedule every month for the month coming. I'm going to hit the Fighters of the Month and break down the top 5 Fighters of the Month, because each one of these guys deserves a shout out, you know, for how well they perform. All right, guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. That's the July through October Fighters of the Month. True Boxing, you've been hit with the truth.